everybody. Well, it's that time of year again. So the last chance products list came out yesterday. So if you're on my email list, then you got it twice. You got it, well, the first time I sent it, I always like to send it as soon as it's available because it's one of the few times that Stampin' Up! Gives the customers and demonstrators the list at the exact same time. So we don't have any heads up on what we'll be leaving. Compared to when you as customers get it. So we all get it at the same time. So I don't have any time to mess with it and kind of play around with it and see what's on it because there are things that are 50% off and I don't want you to sit and wait for me to mess around with the list. So I send you the link. You can go, here's the easiest way I think to look if you shop online. So go to my website. Up at the top in the left-hand corner, if you're on the computer. If you're on the phone, it's a little bit different, phone or tablet, but there is a place where it says sales and specials. Click that, and then there's a little drop down and it says last chance list. So click that. Then you can search. There's a couple of different ways. One, if you're only wanting English sets, go over where it says English, just click that. Then that will automatically take out anything that's in the French language. Because we've all done it, including me. We've all accidentally ordered a set in a language that we didn't want. And you can exchange it. It's just a pain. Then you can search by price, lowest to highest. And right now, while things are on sale, the sale things will be obviously sooner in the list. So you can do it that way. But if you're like me, and you'll see my catalog in a second, I like to have this list printed. So the second email came, it had the list to print this out. If you don't have a printer, you can also see it. It's really hard for me to get it so many pages long and it's tiny print on my website, but you can use, your magnifying tool on your website. But I like to print it out and then it's in page order. I took the French out for you. And then you can just go through and you'll see mine where I've just written. Now, of course, there's always these little asterisks and I'll kind of explain those as we go along. And then you can also see the ones that are on sale. So we're going to walk through that in just a second, and I will tell you something. I did pull this out. This is from 1994, the year my daughter was born, and the year that I started with Stampin' Up! In 95. This is my very first catalog. So as demonstrators, we did get to see, it always takes the sting out, because the day the retired list comes out. So yesterday was awful for me, because I have my retreat, my online retreat needs to go out in the mail on Saturday. So I have, there's 12 projects, which is a lot of projects, a lot of cutting, a lot of designing. And I did 8 of them yesterday. I have 3 more left to do. Most of the cutting for those is done. The die cutting still needs to be done. But I told myself, you can't look at the catalog. So I did a little bit last night. I don't like to look at it online, and I looked at it on my phone, which is even worse because the stuff's this big. I like to get this and hold it, but we do get to see the catalog. So we've seen the new one. The cover's beautiful. So what do you think about this beautiful cover? That's a cover, isn't it? So it kind of shows how far we've come. I mean, look at the difference. So look at the back. But I wanted to show you this because for one, look at our lovely hostess sets. They're just the jars kind of made a comeback. You can see the styles that were trendy in 1994. Look at our stamp pads. That's our colors that we had to choose from. There you go. And I remember when they first introduced the 48 colors, I thought, why in the world would you need more than one blue? I mean, here we had colonial blue and turquoise. So I will post on my website later when like I said, I have to get my retreat out. But what you will notice if you look through this catalog is there's no samples. And there was no online, so you couldn't go online and look at samples. You just had to be super creative and you had to show up to a workshop because, again, there was no online anywhere to look. And then there was always the centerfold. And there's the samples. Obviously, it was a sunflower theme that year, and sunflowers are back again. So everything that is old, because sometimes some of the younger demonstrators come out with this new technique, and we're like, not quite new. This one came in my starter kit, and I don't really like clowns, but we didn't get to pick what came in the starter kit, so that was in there. And I used it because our starter kit was expensive. So that's just a little walk down memory lane. Now, there are a bunch of stuff. We're going to go through it, but I wanted to give you the first to that I was like, oh my gosh, they can't be leaving. Because every year, like for a while, it was the polka dot tulle ribbon, and I would be like, please don't be in there, please don't be in there. And then the year it was, I mean, I got over it, but I was using it on almost every project, it seemed like. This year, if you follow my channel, you know I have been using this folder, the Tasteful Textiles, because it just makes your cards look beautiful. It makes them look like they're on linen paper or like watercolor paper. You just put your white cardstock in there. You put this designer series paper. Just go back over my last couple of months of videos. I've used it over and over and over and over. Not in there, not anything similar in the annual catalog. Who knows what may be in the holiday catalog, but in the upcoming catalog, nothing similar. So if you've been waiting to get this, don't wait any longer because it's going to be gone. So I'm really sad to lose that because I use it all the time. So if I haven't been using this on a card, then chances are you have seen me use the bark, because I use it for bark, and I've also been using it for water, and I've done a lot of water cards recently, and every time I use it, 100% chance somebody's going to say, what folder is that? And I'm like, it's the Bark 3D. And they're like, oh, because it looks like water. So here it is on this card. Here, this is from earlier this year. Not only is the Bark 3D folder going away, but so are these note cards. Not only is the Bark 3D paper going away, so is this the peach stamp set, this beautiful ribbon, this tiny little bee, and the peach paper. So everything on this card, cinnamon cider, all gone. The spruce is staying. That's about it. Almost everything on this card gone. There's a couple of other colors, but pretty much that card, if you like it, gone. But that's that bark. And then here's another more recent one where I used it as water. But seriously, because of the waves of inspiration, the ocean front stamp set, I've just done a lot of water cards, and I have used the heck out of that. So that was like last month, every card had this. And because on the horizons, I was using that the month before, Tasteful Textiles on every card. If you want those two folders, you need to get them. I won't be shocked if they sell out. They're not on sale. So now let's go through this. So there's these little things, and I'll kind of explain them to you as you go. It's like when you get your hard copy of the catalog, and I'll explain to you as we walk through, if you need one mailed to you, how you do that. So I have a plan. Every year, I'm only looking at the samples. And then about a third of the way through, I find out I'm looking at the stamps, I'm looking at the things, and I get distracted. That happens when I do these walkthrough videos too, because I want to try to stay on task, but I get distracted. I squirrel myself. So I'm going to try to tell you the things that are on sale. I'm going to try to tell you the things I'm sad that are leaving, but I promise it won't happen. Somewhere along the line, I'm going to get distracted. So one thing, if you're taking my retreat, it's too late to register for the mailed one because obviously it's in the process of being processed. But if you just want the videos and the PDFs, you can still sign up for that until Monday, because then it's an online retreat. So I start processing emails, and it's just too much work to go back and add people. The theme of this retreat is specialty papers, and they took a wallop. And unfortunately, the way it worked this year for me to design my retreat, I didn't know what was retiring, but we're going to use a lot of the papers that are retiring, a lot of the embellishments that are retiring, but a lot of them are on sale. So it's kind of nice because I wish I would have bought them when they were on sale. But one of the featured stamp sets that we're using is the Seascape bundle. It was already on sale. So let's take a look at these. So this paper is not retiring. Ribbon's retiring. Hammered metal is retiring. And then this in color shimmer vellum is retiring. There is a new shimmer vellum. I think it is the incoming in colors, which are fabulous. They're so bright and cheery. The whole catalog coming out bright and cheery, which you didn't notice that this one's not bright and cheery until you see the new one. The sequins retiring. So papaya is not. That's an upcoming. I mean, this has 1 year left, but this vellum is retiring, and we're using it a lot in retreat. So if you want this, get it. Hammered metal. This is retiring. Sequins. When I get back onto that page, I will look and see. But right now, the Seascape bundle is 20% off. So on here, oh look, there's that bark filling in for water. And again, here's the in color shimmer vellum, and then the holiday rhinestones retiring. And I'll look when we get back there. I'll pull my paper out to see if it's on sale, but right now I'm not on that page. I'll get way squirreled. Nice thing though, this in color ribbon is staying. So that's nice when they leave the ribbon. It's nice when they leave us some things. So then this is, oh, I don't have any samples. The other thing is I send so many thank you cards out, and I often use the ones that I've created. So I just don't have anything with this. This is a great set, and I do think that the dies are on sale that coordinate with it. It's just got all of the seasons. I like May the Luck of the Irish go double for you. It has a couple of it has holidays that we don't always hit, and the dies then coordinate. The set's retiring. This video just posted because it's another retreat featured set. And now that I've worked with it on retreat, I'm like, where has this been all my life? Why have I not been using it? I love this. And then when this was new in the catalog, I used it a lot. And oh, look, there's the Tasteful Textiles. So I think all three of these already have videos. Some of the stuff you're seeing is from classes. So unless you took the class, there's not a tutorial. But I think all of these have a tutorial. So this is a fun, it has two giant dies that kind of can overlay these. So, oh, look, here's the Tasteful Textiles. And, oh, no, that's not the bark. That may be the paper, the other one. This is one of my favorite cards ever. And it's from a couple of years ago because this has retired, this ribbon. But it's the textile folder. And that is literally just shimmery white cardstock with shimmery white cardstock and then run through that folder, and it looks super fancy. Like you could switch this with a wedding saying and kind of put a fancier ribbon, especially since we don't have that anymore, and put that on there. Moonlight is a retiring color. Anything that's in the outgoing in colors is gone. I don't want to miss a page because I didn't have stuff for everything. So glad this is staying. Okay, now with this, I don't think I have it in here. So there are some bundles that are saying that you don't get the bundle discount necessarily in the future. So that's kind of what some of the asterisks mean. But for the most, all of the paper's gone. Like all of our designer series paper almost always goes in. It's usually because it has in colors in it that are leaving. But 100% designer series paper, all gone. So if you have the pansies and you love the pansy paper, you'll want to get a packet of the pansy paper, and we'll talk about some of those discounts when we get to the back of the catalog. Some of these are older, and I'm like, I did a class with that. I love it. Like that tropical set. Did a class with that. Did a class with this, and I really, really loved it because I was able to use the little dial, but I think maybe that one's staying. Here's the ice cream set. The punch, I'm pretty sure, is on sale. It's just a fun summer set. But what I really, 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 really love about this particular set, the punch, I'm pretty sure is on good sale. We'll look at the prices when we get back there. But look at how pretty the font is. This happy birthday, you could put that on a really fancy card because sometimes our floral sets are beautiful, but they don't say happy birthday. This happy birthday can go on a really beautiful floral set, and it looks like it went with it. But I was going to say both of these have a tutorial on my channel, but they don't, because at one point these were summer cards and we were on vacation and my phone filled up and I had to delete tutorials, and I never went back and refilled them. It's a super easy set though, and this has just the punch that does the work for you. So you just stamp and punch. Great for kids cards or anybody. So many of these things I love, and see, I just write on it that it's retiring. Again, this paper, this folder, all of this is going to be gone. I'll show you. I do have some stuff. Here you go. Here's the paper here. And so I just used it on another stamp because that paper, like I used it last year. We went to Animal Kingdom Lodge at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We're getting ready to go again. Love that hotel. Love that park. Love that whole vibe. And this paper, if you scrapbook and you do any kind of stuff like that, has that great vibe. But this hat set is retiring. I didn't get to use it very much because, you know, there's too many stamps, so little time. But it's super fun, and it has just pieces that if you have very many guys you make cards for in your life, you'll find out that you use it a lot. But the Go Get 'em Tiger works really well with that paper. So mix your stuff up. But there's some really cool guy stuff. The new catalog has some excellent kind of fun guy stuff. So while we're on the guy stuff, This is retiring. Now the Handsomely Suited and the Handsomely Suited dies are not a bundle in here, but they're both 50% off. So if you have been waiting, because you can do, especially with the dies, you can do military cards, you can do doctors, you can do, I have seen so many suits. So just go to Pinterest and search Handsomely Suited dies and the amount of creativity that people have had with this set. So this was the very first card I ever made, and it was one of the first ones to hit Pinterest, because I did it like the day I got the set, because as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to do James Bond. So this was James Bond inspired and super easy. And these go together so well. And then this one, we just made at camp. And it was for, obviously, a little leprechaun theme for St. Patrick's Day. So the different things that you can get from it they're so much fun. So both of them, stamps and dies, half off. You do not have to have the stamps, but there are some that cut out the bows. But obviously, like on these, I didn't use the stamps. We just cut the bow shape. So half off, that's one of the bargains. This is a couple of years old, and I don't have any of my samples left because I've mailed them all out. Super, super pretty, and I really did love it when we were there. Okay, now, this is where some of the, oh, I didn't show you this one. This is, it was a retreat set that we did earlier last year, I think. I think it was like last winter retreat in 2021. It's just a really pretty, it has great words. It's very like a soothing set. And we did some bright ones because of the sun. And then we did some, like even the darkest nights will pass and the sun will rise. Like it makes nice sympathy, not quite sympathy cards. It's a nice little set. It may be on sale. No, it's not. I can see that far because I highlighted the Handsomely Suited. So this is where some of the asterisks come in. So on this one, if you look, it has, I might be able to find it, page 52. So it has two little dots. So when you look at the two little dots, that means bundles include some products that are not retiring. Refer to the retiring list above to see individual products that are retiring. So that means usually for these, that the stamps are staying and the dies are going. So the dies are on page 160. They're called Inspiring Canopy dies. So if you love the dies or the stamps, because we can see that the stamps are staying, so we go to page 160 and look, the Inspiring dies, Inspiring Canopy dies are retiring and they are 20% off. So the stamp set's staying, but these dies are retiring. So let's take a look at this card, because this was a beautiful card. I did use the words. These are staying. This is the shimmer vellum that's going. And here's my bark 3D. I just love that folder. And I didn't realize quite how much I loved it till I started pulling out samples that are a couple of years old. And I'm like, there's those two folders over and over and over and over again. And we have lots of folders to pick from. I just use the same two. And I have to walk to get my folders. They're not one of the things I keep on my table. I love the pets. I love the turtle. I think that this was, I think this may have been a retreat card. And this has the glimmer paper, ombre glimmer paper, retiring. Playful Pets, retiring. The punch, retiring. So a lot of this is going, the punch may be on sale. We'll hit that again when we get, but that was a retreat card from a while. I think that was the same retreat as After the Storm. They just don't really go together, but okay, now look at this one. She's retiring, but I wanted to pull this out because again, it's got the bark 3D standing in as water, but this set's retiring. Super cute. It's a cute little set. There's not very many stamps on sale. It's mostly accessories. There are a few, like that Handsomely Suited. So, but I wanted to pull this out to show you that while this is retiring, this is brand new. Mother of Pearl is brand new. The Supple Shimmer, brand new. These Waves of the Waves Rhinestones, brand new. So just because something's retiring doesn't mean that you can't use it with stuff that's still coming out, because this is a card I just made. Obviously, still using that bark 3D. I would like to use it to the bitter end, but what I don't like to do is use it and then you guys be like, where can I find that? Because I just used it and I'm like, oh, it was gone yesterday. So, okay, here's another suite that the whole thing is going. So on this one, I did use the gold glimmer, but papers going, jam jars going, stamps and dies all going. And I love the Peach Suite. Now, I think there is a chance that I may open up some of the online only portions of my classes that I've done with some of these things that are retiring. But I have to get retreat out first. I have to get my taxes done. And I have to host a bridal shower. So when those things are done, I may open them up. They do not all have PDFs, and they may also have other things that have retired. But I may open them back up because I did do a class with the peaches. I did a class, I think, with the pansies. I did a class with art gallery. So here's a couple of more. Now this one is the goats, and it has this paper that has been in the catalog now for a couple of years. But the goats are a super cute little set. I love the happy birthday, you old goat. And I think on this one, yeah, I got you a cake, but he ate it. It's a super cute little set, but this paper is also retiring. I call it the Home Depot pack, and I've called it that for so long I can't remember the name, but it's gone. It's one of those thicker packs of paper, and it literally looks like you've walked into Home Depot, and if there was a texture or a surface or a wood or a tile or a carpet, they took a picture of it and they turned it into paper. So that's retiring. Now these chickens are going. This is an older card because this was the paper that did go with the Handsomely Suited, but we don't have it anymore. But the chickens are leaving, and I do love those chickens. Okay, now this one, the stamp set's pretty. The punch is going, the stamps are going, but this paper was one of the prettiest papers that I thought we had in the catalog this year. I do like the stamps, they're pretty. This ribbon is staying. I love this ribbon, and the way we're using it in retreat, you guys are gonna love it. It's really pretty in retreat. So I was glad it was staying in retreat because I was like, they might want to use it this way, and if it's retiring, it may sell out because it's one of those more popular ones. This is staying again. I love that set. It's going to be one of my nieces. That's what the bridal shower's for. Now, this one's been in for a while, and this one came out like when the Stamparatus was kind of new. So this was a card that I kind of used to figure out how to use the Stamparatus. So this tutorial's way back there, but it's a pretty set. I'd kind of forgotten about it. I pull out my things to find what to show you, and then I get sad because I'm like, oh, I had that card and I did this, and they're just gone. This one, Ornate Thanks, if you're a fan of the font, the way that the words match up, you can get tons and tons and tons of thank yous with them, and out of the box thank yous. If you like this style of stamps, this one's leaving. Okay, this one, the stamps are staying, but the paper is leaving. And we're using this paper at retreat too, because it goes with that window really well. So here's a card. Now the macrame folder is leaving. This is, again, the shimmer vellum. I've been a huge fan of that this year. The other thing that I'm really, 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 really going to miss, and if you watch, because I use them all the time, are the In Color Jewels. They're leaving. So just have if you have this set and you love the paper because it matches so well, you might want to get another pack of the paper. I love that macrame folder, and it's leaving. The folders took a hit. The folder section in the new catalog is very small, but they often give us folders in every mini. So now this whole suite is leaving, everything in it. I did do a class, so it'll be one of the ones when I get a minute, and you won't have long. I will post them and they will be up, but I don't have time all the time to be sending people online classes because it takes time. So I'll put them up. You'll have a week to register, and then I'll send them at the end of the week, and then it'll be over. So watch for it if you're interested in taking those. This was one of the ones that I did do an online class for. Whole suite, everything retiring. It was a Christmas and summer class. So we did 2 Christmas and 2 summer cards because the stars in this set and the flip sides of the paper with the reds, the Cherry Cobbler and the Misty Moonlight, they just work really well for summer cards. But the other thing I wanted to show you on this card is this ribbon, this mint felt ribbon is retiring, and I stamped on it. I stamped on it and I ran it through the die, and they have this fun little cuff top. This wasn't in the class. I'm pretty sure that's on my channel. Oh, we're getting there. And I keep flipping through all these things that I loved. The poinsettias, when they were new, I loved those. And I think I have a class on those, but it was a couple years ago. Here's another one. These are staying. Any of the bundles, though, that you get the 10% off now, you won't get the 10% off in the new catalog. But this paper that matches so incredibly well with these stamps, it's leaving. So if you want the paper, you need to get it. So here's just some of the paper with it. There's another one, and I think the hydrangeas, hang on, page 109. We're getting to the point where I'm gonna need to switch this anyways. I have papers upon papers upon papers because I have project papers. I think it must be the, because I know this ribbon's retiring. I'm pretty sure the gems are retiring. This paper's already gone. So it's the Mercury, and we're using that in the retreat. We still have these and we still have that. So I think that's what's retiring. And then the stamp set is retiring. We don't have this paper anymore, but we have the stamps and those are retiring. Some of the stuff confuses me. Now this is a retreat bundle, and it is currently 20% off. It is not retiring. It is in the new catalog, but right now it's 20% off. And when it's in the new catalog, they'll just be both sold separately. So if you're doing the retreat and you haven't got that yet and you were gonna get that, then you'll wanna do that. Now this, back when it was new, it was one of my favorites. And you can see I used that Tasteful Textiles. This is the suite that it came with. So I used it on all of these cards. But this is a really pretty suite. I like the stamps. The stamps are beautiful, but the dies are fabulous. So those are on page 166. And when we get back there, we will take another look at them. They have some fabulous shapes. And the year that the Try It class that I did, on the card that y'all got with that, because this is the one that came with the Home Depot pack of paper. So there are a ton of dies. We ran all the dies through in all of the shapes, in all of the papers, and that card was so much fun. My husband didn't think so because that was a lot of dies. But you can see there's a ton of dies. They're not all on these cards because these cards aren't as fabulous as the one in the Try It class was. But it's a really pretty set, but the dies are fabulous. And we'll check them out to see if they're on sale. I'm going to leave these right here so I remember to look. Oh, we're getting there. This is one of my favorite leaf sets ever. I must have mailed them all of the things out. And then this one, oh, I know I have a card for that. I don't know where I put it. I know I have one. Maybe I didn't get it. It's one of the ones where the folder lines up with the dies. Oh, it's right here. This ribbon's retiring, but I love when our dies line up with the folders because then these are textured. This does have a tutorial. It's the same as like the seashells. Then this is one of the 20% off sets, and it's one of my magic magnetic sliders, which we are doing one in retreat. That's the card. I have 2 cards left. One is almost done, and then I've left this one for the end because we're doing one of those in retreat. You know, if it takes math and it takes magnets. Okay, now here are some backgrounds that are leaving us. And I didn't put those here. So a little bit like the Bark 3D is this birch right here. Because I use it, I'm getting it from my niece. She loves birch, she loves nature. So here it is kind of as birch. This is staying, this ribbon's leaving. And then these are the holiday rhinestones, those are leaving. But there it is as birch. Very, very pretty as birch. But here it is when you need something that kind of stands in as water and you just want a little bit of a water effect. So I used that birch a lot as water. Let me see if it's on sale. And then this guy, he's also retiring. That set right there. We're on page 118. You guys could follow along with me. It is not on sale, but the Wild Roses is. I don't think I have one of those laying here. No, I only have the folder. So now let's start going through some of this here. Been talking a lot. When I stamp, sometimes I fast forward and it gives me a chance to catch my breath. So all of the in colors 20 to 22 retiring. I will post the new ones on my website. So if you go over there, then you'll get to see the new ones. These are 20 to 21 to 23. So those have one more year left. Now, the blends are 20% off except for the magenta. They are 40% off. The refills, if they haven't run out yet, will run out soon. And the cardstock on the popular colors will run out. That always just happens because they make a certain amount. When it's gone, it's gone. So my guess on the popular colors would be Just Jade is the most popular, and I would guess Misty Moonlight is the second most popular. So I would think those would run out the most quickly. Now, when you see me and you see my face, I still have my pajamas on, so you're not seeing my face right now. But when you see me, this is behind me on my wall. It can stand on a table or you can hang it on your wall, and it's a great place to display your cards or your kids' artwork or your grandkids' photos, and it's 50% off. So that's one of the fun things. Okay, now here's the deal. I told you I wasn't going to do an online class. I'm going to do club in April, and I wasn't going to do any online class, except I love these cards, and I was going to do it in December. My December and my Aprils are kind of the same way, where family obligations and then things. In December, it's Christmas. In April, it's taxes. I like December a little bit better. I may do this one, but let me show you these cards, because the Memories and More. What page are we on? 127. Are they on sale? That might help me decide if they're on sale. 127. Memories and More. What a year. Oh, they're half off, guys, so they're only $5. Oh, I feel like I should do a class. So the Memories and More, because I was going to do it in December, and then I just couldn't because, you know, life. So you get all these things. So even if I don't do a class, get them. And then if I do a class, you'll get them again, but you can do twice as many. So they're designed to put in our albums, and then you can record it here. I don't do that because I can't hardly ever write down my things to do in a week because I'm so busy. This week I did. My girlfriends were impressed that I actually had to write down. So they're super fun styles. And these are like the leftovers from, let me find some of the super cute ones. Like, look at them. They're super cute. You can color them in. So for $5, get this. Get 2 or 3 of them for $5. Oh my goodness. And there's stickers in them. I've used a lot of the stickers. Sometimes, look at the little rainbows. So there's the big pack, and then there's these little packs. So you can layer them. Like if you don't want this to say you and me, you just take this and you stick it over the top like that. And then it doesn't say you and me anymore. You just have a red card. Or like you can take this one. They're just cute. And there's so much that you can do with them. And then you get all these little stickers, which I've pulled a bunch of them off. Like if you have somebody and they're turning 18, you have an 18 sticker. There are stickers in here that are also for the, I think I've used almost all the cute ones that are just the things. You can kind of see them in the catalog. So you can take them and you can make cards. And this was what my class was going to be. Like I have the class, I just never got it. So see, you just make cards. So maybe I'll do it. See, it's easy for you and it's $5, but cutting out all the cards and then it wouldn't necessarily be, it'd be a quick walkthrough video of me just telling you like stick this one on and stick this one on. I also have to see of the stuff I used, like what is going away. I didn't actually design this class. I did it, a friend of mine did it. And then I switched some of them up as I was doing hers, but she was okay with us doing it for other people. So there's that. So those are Memories and More. $5, guys. You get a whole giant pack of paper. You can't beat that. $5. If you have kids and grandkids or neighbors that come and play with your stuff, here, you get this pack of stuff and put it with some of the clearance embellishments and a clearance pack of ribbon and put it in one of those little boxes for their stuff. And then they're like, here, use these, get the 40% off blends for them. Here, this is your stuff. And then they don't have to touch your stuff and you spent less than $10. Do that. Just add it to your order and then they've got their own stuff. Then the Memories, and the hand penned, let me see if these are on sale. $127. See, I wanted to go through and write in here, but I haven't even had time to get dressed. So when you don't have time to get dressed, then you don't have time to go through, and I have to take my glasses off to write in your catalog what's on sale. $127. So the hand penned, these are just as cute, and I have those someplace, but I haven't even opened them. Those are $6. And those are 40% off and these are 20% off. But those are beautiful. And those are the ones I showed you at that card at the very beginning. I have all kinds of notes in here. The white chalk marker is going away. I like for it to write in the inside of black cards. The thing is it doesn't last forever. So I'm pretty sure it's only $3, so I don't know how long we think a $3 thing is supposed to last. Now let's check out the papers. Page 131. So the In Good Taste, which is on page 132. This is the Home Depot pack. So this is this one, and it's In Good Taste. See, it's just that. It is 40% off. So you get 24 sheets of paper for $12, and it is so versatile. As I've been flipping through, you've seen lots of these things that have that on. Then the pansies are 20% off. The In the Wild, this one here. And if you don't like the cats, then look at the other sides. It's got, these actually go really well with that potted plant one, or like with the window one that I've been using. Because the reverse sides, so you don't have, every side doesn't have the animals on it. But you never know if you're going to make a card for a little girl that's an unexpected one, and you can cut out a green leopard and stick it on, or a pink cheetah. So for 40% off for $6. And then over the peach paper is 20% off. And then when we get to these here, which are all of the colors. So if you're in my card club, we used one of these 1 month, but they are all 40% off. So for $6.90, you get 40 sheets of whatever color. This page is a little confusing because this is the in color, and then down here you can pick from the neutrals, the regals, the subtles, or the brights. So it shows the neutrals. I think it should have shown one of the pretty colors, but this is the one that we actually used at Card Club because it went with, I should have shown that set because that set is retiring. So now here is where my, oh, I didn't show you these. So this paper is retiring. It's beautiful. This little pack of things is retiring. The sequins are retiring. I guess it doesn't, it could have gone with anything. But this paper is really pretty. If you have that stamp set already and you want another pack of paper, that is one of the ones that's retiring. But here is where we took a giant hit on my retreat. Not that it matters because there's stuff replacing it. But the this ribbon's retiring. These are retiring. But this paper is retiring, and we're using it on several cards. Let me see if it's on sale. The ombre paper is not this one. The ombre paper is this one over here. It's on sale. We're using it a lot. It's 20% off. The shimmer vellum, I could not love any paper more than the shimmer vellum. Here it is on a whole sheet right here, and it's on sale. It is 20% off. The hydrangea hill, this is the stuff I showed you. I put it in the wrong stack. This is 40% off. We're using, because my retreat is specialty paper based, I wrote down all these papers, and then I just used all these papers. There's at least 2 specialty papers, I think, on every card. And then I included window sheet and watercolor cardstock as specialty papers, shimmery white cardstock. So our cards are beautiful. They're beautiful cards with very minimal effort because we let the paper do the work for us. So the rainbow glimmer paper is 20% off, and this is that one. The doilies are on sale. We're not using those. I don't consider those a paper. So when you look at these, like if you look at the pages we're on now, look at almost everything's on sale. So it's a good place to check out. I thought I dropped something. That's what happens when you take your glasses off. Okay, now here, let's go. This is page 137. So the ombre gift bags are 20% off. Now all of you have seen this because if you purchase from me every month, then if you purchase a certain amount, if you purchase anything, you get my VIP videos. If you purchase $50, you get the supplies to make one of the projects. If you purchase, it's usually around $200 every month. It's a little bit different for the second. Then you get the supplies to make both of my videos. So this was a VIP video project. So you're going to get to see it. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but it was one of them. And it uses these envelopes, which are retiring. All of these checks mean those are leaving. So there are 2 things staying on this page. But these are those. They have the in color shimmer vellum. They have the in color dots, all those retiring. And this stamp set is also retiring. But you take them and you fold them, and then you can write your greeting in here. And then you can add a gift card in here. So it was a VIP video 1 month. Here's another one. This is with the pink. And here it is with that fun little ice cream cone. And this one kind of just opens a different direction. I think this is, yeah, this is the one you guys got for your VIP video, because it was around Christmas that we did it. So they're just little gift card holders. It's a fun way to use a gift bag, but those are leaving and they're super fun. So that was your VIP video. It was either November or December. I've slept a minute since then. So those were one, and that was one. I remember it was when you got the stuff for, because I punched all those things out of the vellum. Then let's go to the ribbon page. So again, if it's got an X, it's leaving, but almost all of them are on sale. So here's the page. So look, 40% off, 20% off, almost every single one of them. The only one I think that's not on sale is the black glittered organdy ribbon. Do I have any ribbon? No. Didn't know if I had a ribbon sample. But like I said, it's nice that these are staying. The pool party is one of my favorite ribbons. It's staying, which is good because that's the one that goes with that class I was just telling you about. And then again, if it's got a slash through it over here, it's leaving. But again, there are lots of them on sale. Then this page, these three things leaving, and I think they're all on sale. Yep, those are all on sale. If they've got slashes through here, they're leaving. So it's hard for me to say I have favorite embellishments. I love these sequin adhesive bag sequins. These I knew would be leaving because those are our outgoing in colors. We're using those in retreat. These blue adhesive back gems, I have them and I kind of forgot about them because they go really well like right now with all of the water stuff, and I just forgot about them. But this is the saddest for me on this page are the in color jewels because they're 2023, and so I hoped that they had another year of life to them. Then we go a couple of pages where there's not a lot. Now here's where the punches kind of take a hit. I'm a die cut person, so I mean I use punches, but not a ton, but they are on sale. The strawberry punch is going. I didn't use it very much because when it came out I had back order issues, and then I kind of went on from it. The one punch that I am sad because I use it a lot in classes, where is it? Is the sprig punch. So the sprig punch is the one time, and when we had circle punches, sometimes it's just easier, like if I want a little bit of greenery behind something, to get this out and punch it, as opposed to getting a whole die leaf out in the machine and doing that. But you can see a lot of the punches are going, page 149, but I think they're also on sale. And the strawberry's half off. That's why I put the strawberry there. The turtle punch is 20% off. The tag punches are 20% off. The fancy tag topper, this one's 50% off. So if you don't have a die cut machine, this is your day, girls. The treasured tag is 50% off. That's down here. The daisy punch is 20% off. The cat punch is 40% off. And the sprig punch that I just showed you is 40% off. The pine trees, 40% off. So a lot of them are on sale. So here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to wait and buy a punch on eBay because they're so freaking expensive to mail that it's going to cost you $9, at least $9 for somebody to mail it to you. So buy it now with a cup, like buy all the sale punches you want if you don't have a die cut machine while they're on sale, and then just pay the Stampin' Up. It's much lower shipping because I sell stuff on eBay and it's $9 to mail one punch. So get them now. All this is staying. Like there's not a whole lot of change. There will be a magnetic platform coming. I don't think it will be ready when the catalog comes out, but it is in here. So here's where I told you. Staying. It's easier to tell you what's staying. Staying. I think that one might be going, but maybe not. Oh, maybe that one's staying. That makes me happy. I do have it laying here to show you. And staying. So it's pretty much a massacre over here on our folder page. So I just pulled two that I also love. I love the macrame. I've already shown you that one. I love the hammered metal. I already showed you that one. I love the magnolia back when we had the magnolia stuff, but when we kind of got rid of that, I mean, I love the brick and mortar. It's staying. But here is this ornate floral. It's just really nice to have these tiny, tiny little flowers. This tutorial's on my YouTube. But tiny, tiny little floral background when you have bold flowers. So that one is staying. I mean, leaving. And it might be on sale. Let's check out page 154. I'm doing better, girls, at paying attention. Oh, yeah. See, lots of these. Almost everything back here in the back. There's far fewer things that are not on sale that are on sale. So I'm going to take a guess that this is page 155. Ornate floral, 40% off. $5. $5 for this. It is worth the happiness that it will give you to have all those little tiny daisies on your card for $5. Now this one is my most popular pin ever. And it's been up for a while, and it gets hit all the time on Pinterest. Like every month, you know, Pinterest sends you, well, you might not know, but they send you your most popular pin. Almost always this one. So it is what it is. It's the Evergreen Forest 3D. It is leaving. That cardstock's still available. That stamp set did retire. And that ribbon's way old because this is an old card. Let me see if it's on sale. 154 Evergreen. It's 20% off. So if there's a folder, here's the Tasteful Textiles. Get it. Get it, get it, get it, because I assure you, you will be sad. And there's the Bark 3D. So both of those, I think those are two of the ones that are not on sale. Bark 3D, not on sale. And Tasteful Textiles. Oh, it is on sale. It's 20% off. I feel like maybe it was going to be on sale, the Bark, and then like they had a run on it recently. And they're like, oh, let's not put this one on sale. Okay, again, lots of these on sale. Be very careful when you, like if you're deciding and you're trying to pick whether or not the whole thing's leaving or whether or not the bundle pricing is leaving, because it makes a difference. But there are a couple of older ones. So the Iconic Dies. This one's leaving. I love this stamp set. I'm a sucker for bees and mushrooms. Excuse me. And I love those. Then the Birthday Chick. Like these aren't bundled already. The Birthday Chick is leaving. I showed you that one on that birthday card. I should have had it back here. Then the Peony is leaving. And lots of these are on sale, and a lot of the dies are 40% off. Where's the Peony? It's right here, and it's a builder. So you can see that. The Ornate Frames, I love these, and that is leaving. I use these all the time, but there are some new ones. They're not ornate, but there are new ones coming. And then this is the Ornate Layers. So it's the Peony on top of the Ornate Layers. Move it up so you can see it a little bit better. This is back when I knew that I would just be so sad when this ribbon left. And now I'm like, I lived without it. So I'll live without this other stuff. Let's see if there's anything else with yes. Here's the Word Wishes. And I just used, oh, yes, the Stitch So Sweetly. These two are ones I use a lot because this one has Thanksgiving, it has St. Patrick's, so it has some of the words that otherwise it's really hard to find. And then here's the Tasteful Labels. This is the one where if you did my Try It class, you got all of these in the one class because they were fabulous when they came out. But the Stitch So Sweetly, so I love it and I use it all the time. So when I do my online classes, it's going to be an adjustment when I take these off my wall because it tends to be one that scallop frame is just a nice size to put through. There are more coming, so I will live without them. But these are ones that I would take a look at. Let's see which ones of these might be 50% off. The Birthday Chick dies are 50% off. The Fabulous Florals, the All Dressed Up, the Cherry Blossoms. Some of these I haven't used for a while because they've been out for a while. But there are a lot of them that are 50% off and a lot more that are 40% off. So that is what I have for you today. So if you have any questions, go to my website. Oh, and I was going to tell you to get the new catalog. So if you have purchased anything at all from me since September on my website, or you phoned me for an order, then you're automatically getting one. So if you don't need one, then let me know, because it does. I pay both for the catalogs and then for postage. So if you don't need one, let me know, and I appreciate that. If you're in my card club, you'll get one. The very first people that I will ship mine out to, because I have them sent to me and then I ship them back out to you, will be those of you who purchased from me in March, because they will go with your March thank you gifts. So those will go first. The next set of people that get them will be my card club people who didn't purchase something separate in March, and they'll be in with your card club things. And then everybody else who purchased from me will get them after that. If you've never purchased from Stampin' Up! Before and you don't have a demonstrator, then just let me know. I'm always happy to send you your first catalog for free. And if you only take my classes and don't purchase on the website, I'm very, very happy to send you a catalog. It's just that your name doesn't pull up in the Stampin' Up! I pull my names from the Stampin' Up! Order spreadsheet because they have a database. I don't keep my own database because I have enough to do without making databases, because that just is not fun work for me. So if you just take my classes and you haven't ordered anything from September, because there are several of you that do that, all you need to do is email me and say, I need a catalog, and I can add you to the database. I already have a short list of those of you going, so just let me know. So there's that. I do have free gifts with purchase, so they change every month, and you get the VIP videos, you get the gifts. So those are always in my email and on my website. Everybody have a great day, and thank you for this walkthrough of I always want to say it's like the 27th catalog, but we did a few years that were funky, and we did 2 catalogs in a year. So it's more than 30. I didn't like those years. Not a whole lot of like those years. 6 months comes really fast. A year comes fast enough. But thanks for walking through the May 21 to April 22 catalog with me. Everybody have a great one. Bye.